Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJams.com. Woo! Took a little week off, refresh myself a little bit. Thanks for all the awesome comments on that cover I did with my buddy Jamie. The last video on here, we had so much fun doing it. Thought that'd be a good time to take a little week off and refresh myself a little bit. But so many great comments that I thought of a really cool little series of lessons that I'm going to do, which are just basically taking a basic concept like a minor chord, and I'm going to show you tricks on how to embellish them up a little more in that jazz kind of thing. But I mean, like Hendrix did that as well. All the classic John Mayer, all these guys kind of use these ideas. So I'm going to show you a couple of cool ways to spice up a minor chord. All right, so let's zoom in and do it. Also, I come from a website called GuitarJams.com that has a bunch of lesson programs on there. So I'll leave a link for that in the box below here, so you can always check that out to get deeper into learning guitar, and I appreciate that support. But let's zoom in and break this one down right now. Here we go! All right, so in this little module lesson here, what I want to do is show you how you can take a basic concept of a chord and then build kind of sophisticated jazzy sounds around it without going to the Berklee College of Music or anything like that. So, not that that's bad, it's awesome. So, we're going to take an E minor bar chord. Okay, so I'm barring that 7th fret, and then I got the minor chord, right? Well, here's a way to jazz this up right here. So, in other words, if you want a jazzy sound, and you've got a minor chord, you can do some of these things instead. It's up to you how to blend them in and make them sound cool. But what we can do is we can take our pinky off, and that immediately jazzes up the chord. That's called a minor 7 now. You hear it? It's a little moodier, right? That same tone that we've created by taking our finger off is right here. Well, that same note, it's called the 7th, is going to be also an octave up right here on the 10th fret of the high E, so you can play that as well. But right away, any of those 3 chords, regular minor, pinky off, pinky on here on the 10th, any of those can be added over the vibe of E minor. So you could be... anything that comes your way from that concept. But also with that, you could do hammer-on pull-offs and trills on those notes. So the 10th fret right there. You can actually also do that same thing on the 10th of the B string, and that's just like a, part of the minor pentatonic. And then the same thing on that G string. But now I want to show you the real inspiration for giving you this lesson right now, and that's this chord. And so it's coming from the same place. I'm taking that minor chord, but now I'm taking all the fingers off except for that middle finger. So then you have this. And we can call that a minor 11, like E minor 11. So now when you have that, you can actually also see the E minor pentatonic underneath that. And then it's cool when you go to another chord, another minor chord, all those same tricks will work in that spot too, and that is fun. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you about this, and this is something that, comes from these like classic jazz guys like Miles Davis, Robin Ford. I kind of learned a little bit of this from him. And it goes like this. You can take that minor 11 chord, so it's E minor 11. And this isn't going to be like theoretically correct or going to work all the time, but it's basically what you're thinking of, that middle finger right there. You're in the key of the E minor pentatonic with this whole chord shape, but you're tracking this note right here of the minor pentatonic. So it'd be right there, which is the 8th fret of the B, then the 10th fret of the B, then the 12th fret of the B, then the 3rd, the 5th. It's just the E minor pentatonic. So you follow that, but now watch this. I can actually do that with that whole minor 11 chord, and you can just kind of like throw it in there. And all I'm doing was that same thing with the E minor pentatonic, but playing that shape of notes with it. All right, there was. Hope you got something from it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again in another video real soon. See you later.